Apocalypses, a show where we explore the collapse of society by playing fun tabletop role-playing games. I'm your host, Stu Masterson, and I'm joined by one keytar and one guitar.
I see, Brady. You strike me more as a keytar guy. I'll let you be the keytar.
I take violent offense to that.
Really? That's a compliment. That's a compliment, being the keytar guy.
Fine. Hi, everybody. I'm Brady the Keytar, and I play Book McCready, the sleuth with a tooth, with a hanger in.
Got it. Perfect.
Done.
A sweet sleuth with a sweet tooth.
Yeah.
Ready for some sweet truth.
Yeah.
Oh, you should just do
the
all our
sweet
intros for
sleuth
us.
with a sweet tooth looking for some sweet truth.
And I'm Jacob Guitar, and I play Ocean, a gentle giant who's kind of a little bit jealous of Papa Woody's fashion tastes. Kind of wishing maybe he could get a few styling tips from him.
I'm sure he would love to tell you the best things you should do for your body shape and type.
Exactly. I bet he knows.
I bet Ocean's an autumn.
An autumn?
An autumn, yeah. I think books of spring.
The hell is an autumn?
Okay.
If you just mean like the general vibe they give, then sure, I can get you. But if that's a specific term for a type of fashion, you've lost me, Chief.
I'm going to send you a bunch
I feel like Book's more of a winter.
winter. He could be a winter.
Yeah.
He does seem wintry.
That's not our BuzzFeed Presents questions. But this week we do have a BuzzFeed Presents Apocalypse provided by our very own one of you two.
Okay, I'll do two-parter BuzzFeed quiz.
A Brady classic.
I don't want to ride Stu's coattails too much, but I did enjoy the which are you?
That's very BuzzFeed.
So
Yeah, it's a new trend.
the first part is identify which breed of dog would be your ideal companion in the apocalypse.
We already did which dog are we?
As I said, we've done which dog are we?
So this is which dog would be your ideal companion in the apocalypse.
Can you do it better by saying which fictional dog would be your favorite companion in the apocalypse?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a much better question.
Obviously, Balto.
Because he's hot.
Okay. Okay. BuzzFeed quiz. Which fictional dog is your ideal companion in the apocalypse?
Oh, that's so good. I know Book's answer.
there's a part two.
Ocean's answer. I mean,
Quiet, there's a part two.
oh, part two.
Part 2. Which fictional cat would be your ideal companion in the apocalypse?
Easy. Got them both.
Book is going straight Balto all the way for the ideal dog to be your
Because he's hot.
because Balto is hot, smart, and loyal. All things you want in your companion in the apocalypse. And he's voiced by John Cusack, isn't he?
Is he really? That must be why I said he was hot.
I think he's voiced by John Cusack. Let's look it up.
Kevin Bacon.
Oh.
I cannot believe you would mix those two
Kevin
up.
Bacon is still mighty fine. Ideal fictional cat would be the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland because it has weird
Great answer.
powers and can go invisible, which is really handy for the apocalypse, even though it's a little bit evil.
Those are pretty good choices. Not as good as Book's as Ocean's choices, but pretty good choices.
All right, little smug man over there.
Yeah, oh, these are banger choices. First choice, Clifford the Big Red Dog. Grade A companion and a ride. Strong as hell. Beat up all the bad guys for you. I mean, I wouldn't want to fight him. Plus, I'm sure he would make a great ride to just zip as fast as he can everywhere. All you have to do is feed him.
Hold on, but also that's a massive asterisk you just threw out at the end there. All you have to do is feed this 100-foot tall dog.
Yeah, I'll feed him like the bandits or the mutant creatures that we eat. He's a dog. He eats
My
anything.
dog does not eat anything. My dog is very picky.
And fictional cat, Garfield. I think Ocean and Garfield would get
awful.
along really well. I think they'd have a similar vibe.
0 out of 10.
That was so bad you made me forget what dog I was going to say. Oh, man.
Can you just imagine Ocean and Garfield lounging around on a couch, eating lasagna, just vibing?
It would be the most boring thing I've ever seen in my
You would
life.
kill yourself after a week if you have a depressed cat and a
Ocean and Garfield have a similar vibe going on. Garfield's not depressed. He's just a lazy slob.
No, he's boring.
Exactly. And you'd want him to be your company in the apocalypse. He'd be complaining the whole time.
He's the only talking cat that's more boring than real cats.
I just think it would be a good contrast, right? You've got your Clifford, who is a big, energetic ball of energy, who's always taking you places and cool adventures. And you just need somebody to chill with, right? So Ocean would have Clifford for his high octane adventures, and then when he just needs to unwind and just complain and vent, he's got Garfield who will right there vent with him, and they can eat lasagna together. And Ocean loves lasagna.
I don't care for 50% of your answer.
What's sad is that I knew my answers within 2 seconds of you posing the questions.
Garfield. All right, Stu, hit us.
Okay, I forgot my dog, but I'm coming up with a new one, which is going to be Lassie, because she will find every single thing I need. She's basically dog meat from Fallout, but a collie, which is better than a German Shepherd.
Yeah.
Come at me, German Shepherd fans. Collies are cooler. So that'd be very good. And you can kind of talk to Lassie, which is nice.
Yeah.
You know, kind of. She doesn't really answer back. She just barks at you, but she knows what you're saying.
What is it, girl? Timmy fell down a well?
Yeah.
Our well trap? It's full? We're going to eat Timmy?
I'm going to eat Timmy? Great.
That's a very good one. I love that.
And then for my fictional cat, I'm really, I have like a three-way tie, but that's cheating to say three.
Well, I want to hear all three, but then I want to hear which one you picked.
Nala, I decided to not go the Nala route because
bestiality.
Yes, I have to dodge those allegations. So instead, what I'm going to do is pick McCavity from Cats, the musical, which is the creepiest cat.
It's worse than my Garfield choice. Why would you pick any of the cats from Cats, the musical?
Because they are infinitely unnerving and creepy and mysterious, which is what I want in a post-apocalypse companion.
His name is McCavity, as in cavity, as in like hole.
Yeah.
So here's my question for you. The cat, is it in a cat form? Like, it's the actual cat, because it's supposed to be a representation of cats, but they're played by people, or is it the horrible amalgamations from the movie?
You have no understanding of the concept of what Cats the musical is about. It's about them being horrific amalgamations of human creatures, and you cannot tell me that, say you're a raider trying to ambush my group. You have 10 bullets and my little troop pops out at once. You see Lassie, you see me, and you see a horrific creature from the musical Cats. You're putting 10 bullets in that thing, but you can't kill it. You can't kill it because they have no soul. How do you kill that with no soul?
God. Oh, God. It's a worse answer than Garfield.
Like a horrific hybrid animal. I've never seen Did you see Cats? You watch Cats too?
I've seen the Broadway musical in Broadway, but I've never seen the bad movie.
Oh, I've tried to watch Cats a few times with some of my friends who are, purely just because we know it's a bad movie and we're like, yeah, this will be fun, but we never can get any further than like 2-3 minutes in because it just scares us.
I think I saw the opening and it really, really unsettled me because especially like the female cat, they gave him boobs.
You need to see the original Broadway musical because it's just as bad as the bad movie. People who shit on the movie, I may get some hate for this, but Cats is by far the worst musical anyone's ever made at any point in the history of time.
I don't think anybody disagrees, to be honest with you. I don't understand why it's so popular. I think it's just the spectacle of it, the horrifying nature of it. People just are curious and they watch it and like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it's like the Yellow King,
Yeah, it really is a lot like the King in Yellow, the horrific play that you read that slowly drives you mad and awakens you. Holy hell, there's a lot of parallels, isn't there? Because it drives you mad and sucks you into a dimension, and it's all about this horrific dimension of monstrous beings. The cats from that musical are clearly from another dimension.
My other issue with the cat design in the movie Cats is that they made the people cats, but they left the length of the hair like as if not as if the people were cats, but if the people had shaved their cats and then glued the hair. So like they looked way less like cats. They looked like people in fuzzy neoprene suits with ears stuck to them. Because like
they're
like the ratio.
I'm looking at a picture right
of
now.
The length of a cat's hair to the length of the cat's body is way smaller.
All I'm hearing is, Stu, you made an excellent choice.
No.
Your mutant cat companion that's a good choice. Except I think you would go insane, would you not?
Your cats don't have fingies.
Cheshire Cat has fingers.
Garfield can open up a tray of lasagna, so he can probably do stuff. Have you seen the stuff Garfield does?
In the apocalypse, lots of mutants roaming around. What would be scarier? A mutant cat person?
Yes.
Or just a floating cat face with giant smiling teeth?
I don't know. I think the musical from the Cats would still be scarier than the Cheshire Cat.
You guys are no fun.
I think the Cheshire Cat would scare me, and then I would see Stu's musical cat, and I would start screaming.
Well, with that, let's get back to the horrifying. Previously, you guys made it to the baffles and got a little bit of an escort around by Papa Woody, who ended up leading you to an old tent that your Books family used to stay in. In that same room is a massive, massive set of doors that you guys have determined probably opens up to some sort of water elevator that goes all the way up to the surface. You found some notes from your parents and you found some videos that you watched. The first was kind of laying out their plan and talking about how they're going to come get you and everyone's going to go up to the surface after they get the power cores. And then the second one was a hurried, slightly more sad video with your mother escaping and saying that you had to both find your dad and find the power cores, and then a little bit extra that you probably need some sort of intelligent, smart algorithm, something to be able to navigate. But she wants you to use the flight suits to fly up to the surface. And she left you two of them, one of them Excalibur and one of them Andruel.
Which sword is better? That's like a really good question, because like Anduril is obviously very cool, but Excalibur's legendary. We'll have to figure that Ocean. We have a number of dilemmas. Can I walk them through with you?
Yeah, lay it on me.
Dilemma number 1. If my father did follow them up, he is trying to climb up by hand, which means if we take a giant robot warsuit through those tunnels at breakneck speeds, let's say he's still in there. We don't know how long he's been climbing for. Maybe he's already...
That would be literally breakneck speeds.
Yeah,
sorry, I'm leaving.
Exactly. Yeah, go help Kyle Tools. So that's one issue. Second issue is, let's say the surface is okay. We shouldn't abandon all these people down here when they don't have to be down here underground subsisting. And if we're going to bring anyone up with us, we certainly can't take the mech suits. We have this transfer system, but it means we have to get the top one working. The other issue, Ocean, is we have 2 power cores. One of them is powering Hamlet opening, and the other one we have. That means only one of us can get a mech suit, and we already promised it to fake Suvius, which means neither of us get a mech suit unless we want to take the power core from Hamlet opening. Or, and then book stops, we could take it from the tower.
I mean, we were planning going to the tower and taking it down anyway. Might be able to combine 2 different goals.
That still only leaves one of us with a mech suit, though. I can't betray fake Suvius like that.
Well, I'm sure we can set up a system where fake Suvius can pilot it, but somebody can ride along inside
He is a head, Ocean. We can't fit 2 heads in a mech suit.
That is a dilemma.
And I don't know about you, but I don't exactly trust fake Suvius to pilot my body.
That is a dilemma.
But the bigger dilemma is, again, if we fly those things through that maintenance shaft, there's a chance, 1, if my dad died in the maintenance shaft, we'd never see his bones as we fly past. And 2, if he's still alive in there, that we just fly through him and turn him into pink mist.
Who says we have to take the robots up the maintenance shaft? We got the spider. We could go exploring.
I don't think it's small enough. I don't think the maintenance shaft is big enough for the spider.
It is not.
We could dismantle the spider and use the piton technology to winch our ways up.
We are not dismantling the spider.
Okay, then we might just have to climb up on our own.
For math
I
context,
was just about to ask.
over 7 miles if it was straight up, and it's not straight up. When looking at those maintenance tunnels, all sorts of windy, curvy, all over the place.
So like Mount Everest is 29,400 feet, which is a little less than 6 miles, about 5 miles.
Yeah, so it would be like climbing an Everest, probably.
Yeah.
Which is humanly doable.
Right. How long does it take people to climb Mount Everest? Like a month? Book still hasn't slept in like 5 days. So I I think he's going to curl up in one of his parents' bedrolls and take a little nap while he waits for the spider to get there.
Oh, that's sad.
You crawl in and you swear it smells like your mom.
Book cries himself to sleep.
Oh, it's so sad.
Ocean, what are you doing while Book is crying?
Come on in here.
Let's see. What is he doing?
Book's been doing a lot of crying lately. He's got a
sad
gotta
life.
beef it up.
He needs more stern presence.
Get his shit together.
As Book kind of crawls up to go to sleep, Ocean kind of steps out of the tent and shouts out, "Hey, Papa Woody."
He turns around and smiles at you and then slowly starts walking back.
Ocean kind of taps his foot impatiently as Papa Woody slowly but surely comes over.
80 seconds later, he goes, "What can I do for you, Ocean?"
Well, I had some questions. You mentioned
I got some answers for you.
that there was some kind of religious significance to those suits of armor.
Yes, they're important for our coming of age days, where we hurl a rock at them and see if they melt us.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Nothing else more significant to them than that?
Well, they represent the providers.
That's what I mean.
Oh.
The
Do you want me to explain our religion to you? Is that what you're
I
going
would
for?
love to know about your religion.
Okay.
And also, can you fix this? And he holds up his mangled arm.
Yeah, sure thing. And he starts talking while he starts like pulling random stuff out of his pockets and wrapping it around you. None of it seems very effective, but he just starts talking your ear off and he goes, "Well, as you know, we serve the Chaos Demon, and
Okay.
we all at birth are able to make a single prayer to him, and he gives us whatever we ask for. 100% of the time, each chaos cultist gets exactly what they want. Now, the issue is, usually the women ask for something like power or the compassion to lead effectively or intelligence to be able to guide the Boxcar Children to success. Every single man to the last one has asked for 2 more inches on their wiener.
Okay.
So we've kind of ended up in a situation where the women kind of tell us what the important things to do are. Of course, as chaos cultists, that doesn't always lead to like effectively executing those plans, but they've gotten a bit of a position as controlling that kind of their defense factory, which was left here by the providers, represented by your fun robot skeletons that we throw rocks at. Inside that building, there's pretty much anything you could ever ask for. They got unlimited food, unlimited drugs, unlimited bullets, unlimited paper for some reason. All of it's in there.
And
It's huge.
who stays in there? You said it's just the women.
Pretty
stay
much
in
the
there?
women. Yeah, the men who kind of help them out with things are in there, but it's pretty much the women. We're not like completely separated society, and we do have a lot of people who are non-binary who kind of float between the two, but generally the women are running their factory.
How would I get an audience with them?
Now that's difficult because they really don't like me. They view me as kind of the one who's trying to do the thinking for the men out here, when they say I should have wished for better thinking than a 3-inch penis.
Oh my God.
But we may have some good connections. They actually did take, I didn't want to embarrass Book while he was still awake and not sleep crying, but they did take quite a shining to his mother. I think she helped them out with a lot of stuff, but they did not like the dad.
Book pokes his head out of the tent. Hey, if we join the Boxcar Children, do we get a wish?
Yeah, everyone gets a wish. But if you're a man, it's always 2 more inches.
Well, I mean, I could wish for something else, couldn't I? I could
good
choose
luck.
to.
Never happened before.
All we have to do is throw rocks at the robots.
Yeah, you throw rocks at the
And
robot.
then we get a wish.
Yes.
Book gets out of the tent. Still 5 days without sleep. Ocean, I have an idea.
What you got for me?
How literal do you think these wishes, like, if we could wish for anything, we could wish for another mech or another power core or for my dad to appear.
Well, do these wishes? I mean, I don't think there's much significance. It's just a wish,
You
right?
want you want the 2 inches, don't you? Okay, you can ask for the 2 inches.
No, Ocean
And
turns.
I will ask for.
Ocean rolls his eyes and then turns to Papa Woody and says, "Did you get your wish?"
Yes, of course.
How long does it take for the wish to happen?
Immediate.
After you throw the rock?
Really? You're
Do you
telling
make the
me?
wish as you throw the rock or right after you throw the rock? How does this work?
You whisper the wish into the rock, and then you throw it.
Does it need to be special rock?
No, it's just any rock we find in there.
Okay.
So you're telling me these wishes actually come true?
Yeah. That's why we are so prolific.
And what do the women wish for?
Wisdom, intelligence, power, strategery, wealth, sometimes even.
Look, I think we need to talk to these women.
Yeah, I agree.
And I want one of those wishes.
Well, you might get at least one of those things. As you hear that voice, you turn and you see a pack of probably 15-ish boxcar women that have stealthily snuck up from down that little ramp there. And one of them is out in front holding out a spear that also appears to have a handgun taped to the end of it and a string coming down to the bottom.
God.
And it is pointed out right towards you, Ocean.
Ocean puts his hands up in the air and says, well, I'm guessing one of those things isn't the wishes. It's nice to meet you guys.
So Book kind of also holds his hands up, but stands up and he says, listen, I saw one of your boxcar women back at the camp. So I know you know who we are, and I know you know that we come in peace. So why don't we lower the spear gun? Very clever, by the way. Nice double entendre. I approve. And why don't we just have a chat?
They seem give me a sway someone roll.
Hell yeah.
I forgot we were supposed to roll dice in this game. I was about to just say what happened.
That was the lady I saw before, right? She went back and reported on us, I assume, because I'm a fucking detective.
You see her with near the back of this group, actually, still skulking in the shadows.
Oh yeah, I wave. I'm like, oh hey, it's nice to see you again.
She has 2 daggers out. Her eyes squint.
Ooh, one very good roll, one very bad roll. I rolled a 6 and a 1 plus cool. So that's a 10. That's a full success, baby.
Damn, when did you become so cool?
I've always been the coolest. First things first, I'm the coolest.
They definitely relax some. Like the spear kind of leans back a little bit so it's not pointed directly at Ocean. And you see general easement in the group. But that is disrupted by Papa Woody pushing between you two and going, what the HE double hockey sticks are you fucking doing here? You know this is my area.
Ocean Scott exhales a little bit. It's like, whoa.
We asked them here, so if anyone's to blame, it's Ocean and I apologize. I didn't realize that you had territorial boundaries. We asked to meet with Hot Goss. I say, winking at Hot Goss.
He looks at you and he goes, and to think I had tea with you and you would do this to me? You would invite them to my special sanctorium?
Papa Woody, we meant no offense, I assure you.
At the time, we didn't know about this strict hierarchy between the men and women here.
Yeah, I nudge Ocean. I'm like, everyone always likes you way more. Can you like, how about you? Could you like take Papa Woody aside and maybe cool him off? You did such a good job with Crash You.
He still has his hands up in the air.
Speaking of, where the fuck is Crash You and where has he been? Did he stay behind?
He hasn't talked this entire time. I think he's back in the baffles area.
Yeah,
so.
Maybe he's catching up with his old buddies.
Yeah. Are you trying to pull him aside?
Oh, can I? I was what I was saying. It's like Ocean's hands are still up in the air, and he looks at the women and looks at Book, and then looks at Papa Woody, and then says, "Can I talk to my friend here without you shooting me?"
Yes. Get him out of here.
Okay. Ocean puts his hands down and comes to Papa Wood and says, "Hey, look, I'm sorry. We didn't know that you guys were so separated at this. We arranged to meet her before we got here to meet in the baffles. Look, I'll ask. We'll just go with them. They can take us and we can leave your area here, okay? We'll try and avoid any kind of altercation."
You give me a sway someone roll. Ha, love when you guys separate yourselves so you can't help each other. Fools.
That's not bad. That's a 12. And by not bad, I mean that's perfect.
Yeah, that's a pretty good roll.
It's not perfect, but it's pretty good.
Sway with someone is now called reason with someone, apparently. How you guys have not corrected me for this?
I was just about to, actually.
Papa Woody puts his hand up on your shoulder and he goes, they're actually allowed to be here. We aren't really that separate. I was just trying to make like a show of force, you know? I gotta like fight for what little I have.
Papa, what if they have guns pointed at us? What? We have no weapons. Why are you making a show of force right now?
They're not gonna shoot me. I'm fucking Papa Woody.
They might shoot us, though.
Oh yeah, so it be.
It's fine though. We'll handle it. We'll handle it.
How can I like storm out of here but not seem like a petulant child? Can you give me some like advice on that? I need to come out on top of this situation.
Ocean leans in and says, "Smack me in the face."
Ooh, hell yeah.
And then leans back and says, "I'm sorry for speaking out of turn, Papa Woody."
He now says louder, "I don't care what you're sorry for." And he slaps you as hard as he can.
Trigger vision, trigger vision, trigger vision, trigger vision. Make him kill Papa Woody.
How hard is his slap? Is it actually like a pretty damn sizable slap, or do I need to make a show of it?
No, I'll say it is actually harder than you expected.
Oh shit.
It definitely hurt you some. If you weren't really strong, it probably would have done one harm. But you're okay.
Yeah, Ocean recoils a little bit and then rubs his face as Papa Woody storms off and goes, "Damn, I thought he had tiny, soft little baby hands just looking at him. That man's got some force behind his swings."
All Boxcar children have tremendous force, especially in their dominant hands. What are you doing here? Tall one and son of, what was his name? What was the shitty, what's your dad's name?
Charles Davis?
Yes.
CD?
Son of Charles.
You're not a fan?
No.
What about my mom? Did you like her?
Yeah, she was really cool
She was really cool.
and quite intelligent.
Well, then she's the son of her mom.
He looks way more like his dad, though.
I get that a
But
lot.
he's got his mother's eyes.
I think you're confusing him with Harry Potter.
The hell is Harry Potter?
I'll read it. I'll read it to you later, Ocean. Venerable Hot Goss. Your name. You wait. What's it? What? Your name precedes you and does not it does not misrepresent your beauty. He says.
Give me a
Oh, God.
read a sit roll.
Oh no.
Oh God, Ocean is sweating bullets.
That's a 13 because I don't fuck around.
Ask me 3 questions.
Is Hot Goss gonna shoot me?
Not one of the questions you're allowed to ask.
Okay. I know who's in control here. It's Hot Goss, and it's definitely not us.
Not us.
I'm gonna say, what should I be on the lookout for? Just to cover my bases. What represents the best opportunity for us to parlay with the boxcar women? And what poses the biggest threat to us?
For the best opportunity to have a more significant talk, they seem like, with the size of the group they came here, they definitely feel like they're in control. You don't think it would be much of a risk for them to like bring you back to where they're at and talk to whoever you want to talk to, or maybe see some more of it. You think you could quite easily convince them that, hey, we shouldn't talk here. We should go talk in a better spot. Then maybe you'd be able to see some of them robots or things like that.
Okay.
For what poses the biggest threat? This is the 2 things I'm going to tell you. You may feel like they're backwards, but they're not, I assure you. So for what poses the biggest threat, you see something you said, definitely like there's kind of a ripple of confusion through them, but then they pretended there wasn't, and they got kind of more stern focused on you. And you definitely see like some people in the back are kind of like whispering to each other right now.
Oh, wait, and that's what poses the biggest threat to me, or what to be on the lookout?
That's what poses the biggest threat to you. And then what to be on the lookout for in this kind of moment where there's this like very hushed whispering for a second, and they don't seem like they've like renewed their focus on you. Their weapons aren't like now up. They're not angry or anything like that. But in this, while they're kind of relaxed more, you in the direction that Papa Woody ran off. And by ran off, I mean hobbled slowly. You look and he's not there anymore, but down that ramp, you swear you see some sort of reflection of something watching you. You look into the darkness and you can't make out anything, but you feel like there's something back there looking at you.
Ooh. Okay.
In the direction Papa Woody went in?
Yes.
Okay, well, straight up, I have big flashlight for sure. Because I have the lantern that I stole on our way through.
Yeah, you were using big flashlight that was able to see a small hatch 100 yards above you in a dark cavern. So you have a pretty good flashlight with you.
Yeah.
Due to my laziness earlier of wanting to just explain things.
I'm just going to say, wait, is this Hot Goss? I assumed that it was, but maybe I misidentified it.
I can't imagine how you would know.
That's fair. I'm gonna say I'm sorry. Give me one moment, and then we will willingly come with you wherever you want to take us. And I turn around, I immediately flick on the flashlight and pick up the megaphone, and I say, "Show yourself. I know you're back there." What do I reveal with the flashlight?
You try to do that.
No, I do it though. I'm built different.
As you turn the flashlight there, your flashlight works fine. But as you push the button on the megaphone, there's just this incredibly high-pitched, annoying chirping sound that sounds like binary, just little beeps and boops coming through. And it doesn't work as you expect. And with your light, you get this flash of what you know is a wolf of the maelstrom. And then it just disappears.
Oh, shit.
Recedes back into the darkness.
Was it in wolf form?
Yes.
Oh, we haven't seen one of those in a long time.
And they all like look over their shoulder at where you shine this light, and none of them seem to react to anything.
Did Ocean see it too?
Give me just a act under fire to see how quick you reacted, Ocean, to this, because he didn't like coordinate with you or anything.
Act under fire.
He just said, hold on a second, and then turned and shined the light.
8.
Definitely don't see a wolf, but you do kind of feel like there was like movement over there.
Yeah.
So you're like not surprised or anything. You're like, oh, something's over there.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry. Did any of you see that? Did you see the wolf?
Wolf? No. And then they kind of talk to each other and they're all shaking their heads.
Did you see anything? Did you see?
No, I just saw you shine your light over there. It was probably Papa Woody. Just, he's very slow.
I think we may be in grave danger.
I've heard that one before. That's not going to get us to like let you go or anything like that. You're coming with us.
No. We'll come with you, but you need to warn.
You're coming with us back to the defense.
Yes, we're coming with you.
Oh,
You need to warn the men in the baffles that the wolves may be coming. The wolves of the maelstrom, the silent, the people of the tower.
oh, the yellow Humvee people.
Yeah, what I just saw that must have been one of their scouts.
They can't get in here. Don't worry. You're safe within the baffles.
Yeah, but they just did because I saw one.
Yeah, I think you are mistaken. There's no way a yellow Humvee person
I've seen them
branch
before.
into these holy ground. Yeah, I know you've seen them. We see them all the time. We've killed dozens of them, but they're not getting into the baffles.
Just please, just warn our town. Not 2 weeks ago was overrun by the silent. Please just warn the men that they may be coming. Put up whatever defenses you have. I know that you have your gauntlet, but they have night vision goggles. They have Humvees with machine guns. They have all sorts of technology that they can use to bypass your traps. Please, I don't want your people to die unnecessarily.
Give me a reason with someone roll.
Oof. Okay. That's 6 + 3 is 9. Ocean, do you feel like jumping in to help? Want to back me up?
Yeah, let me
there,
try.
bud?
Let me try and brain blast a way to help here. I got it.
Wait, you have the helmet with the night vision goggles. We used it to get through the thing.
Yeah, I don't know how that'll help us though.
You could show them that their technology helped us get through their traps. Ergo, their technology will help them get through.
Yeah, I guess I
them
can do
as
that.
well.
Yeah. Ocean reaches in his bag and pulls out the helmet and shows it to Hot Goss and says, look, part of the reason that we were able to get in here without being caught or go through any of the traps was because we had some of their technology. Like this helmet right here, it's a night vision. We could see perfectly fine when we were wearing it to dodge all the traps. Additionally, and you're going to think this sounds crazy, but we've seen wolves in the maelstrom that don't look like people. I don't know how to explain it, but we've seen wolves of the maelstrom, and that could get through your fortifications without any difficulty.
She looks she kind of like sighs and she goes, I'll tell the men to be on the lookout for anything abnormal, but I promise there is no threat that could get in here. You think their technology is good? We have way better shit than the Yellow Humvee people. They cannot come in here. They've tried before. You have nothing to worry about while you're here.
Really?
You are currently under our protection.
Ocean.
Yeah.
We need to get fake Suvius and his head back here as soon as possible.
All right.
I think Excalibur might be our best bet against what may or may not be coming.
Okay, I'm on it. He reaches down to his walkie-talkie and goes, Operation Beach Bod is a go. Meet us here quick.
Sounds good. We're just almost to the spider now.
Are you Hot Goss? I called you Hot Goss. Are you Hot Goss? I'm sorry.
No, I'm not. That was rude of you to assume my name.
That was rude. I'm sorry.
If you would like to speak to Hot Goss, I could probably bring you to her, depending on how well you behave.
I can behave well. We're both very well behaved.
What is your name? What can I call you?
I'm Hot Josh.
Got it. I have made a grave error.
Yes.
I was warned about this.
We made a mistake. we blew it.
Hot Josh. There are kind of plans within plans going on here. And like I mentioned before, one of those plans is finding my parents. The one you like and the one you don't like, to be honest, just full disclosure. I think I might know how to either communicate with them or come up with a better way to get to them. But it involves going to that terminal. I point to the thing next to the wall, next to the door. I need to figure out what frequency it communicates with the surface gate on the surface pumps. Can you give me like 5 minutes before we leave? Basically what I'm doing something that I actually want to do, and I'm also trying to stall for time.
Yeah, you're trying to stall. So yeah, give me another reason with someone.
Oh boy. Okay, that's a 6 plus 3 is also a 9.
Another 9. Okay. She looks at you and she goes, you have 5 minutes and you will surrender your weapons to Hot Salad.
Oh no. Wait, did you say Hot Salad?
Yes.
Is Hot a title or a name?
It's a name. It's also descriptive.
That is true.
For me, I am more attractive than Josh.
So Stu, when we met with Antaglio the morning before we left, we got the power core that we need. And we also got the laptop that he was making for me.
Yes.
So what I'd like to do is I want to plug the laptop into the Ethernet cord, and I want to figure out what frequency or amplitude or whatever this bottom terminal uses to interact with the pump on the surface that isn't working. And the reason I'm doing that is I want to see that if it's a signal we could boost with the TTE.
That's a good question. Give me a try something challenging roll.
Okay, cool.
No, it is aggro. It's a funny joke right there, right?
You got me.
It's different stats.
I rolled a 5.
Okay, +0, I believe.
Yeah. Yep.
So paint me a word picture of you going in there to try to do this before I tell you how epically you failed.
So I think I just pull the cord out of the tent.
Pull the cord out of the tent?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? Like, so you can do it where everyone else is?
Yeah. I walk over to the corner of the tent that the cord is poking into, and I pull the cord out. I open up my laptop and I boot it up, and I slowly put the cord in, and I'm like squinting because I'm nervous because I don't know if this laptop is meant to receive power over Ethernet. And then I want to like try to go to the console and start interacting with it like I was doing at the terminal, but to figure out like maybe to like, like when you open up a browser and you pull up like the developer mode and you see like all the HTML.
Yeah.
I want to do that and try to find the frequency that it's communicating or figure out how it's communicating with the surface, because I feel like it's too far for it to be wired, but I could be wrong. It could be wired.
You plug in this Ethernet cable and you start trying to poke around. I would say you're probably not an expert at this sort of thing because you don't have a computer.
Definitely not.
This is your first computer you've ever had and you haven't even got to play around with it yet.
I'm typing with like my 2 index fingers.
But you've read a lot of cool stuff and you're trying to implement some of that. You're going to a web browser and seeing if you can hit a bunch of different things to see if you can reach whatever endpoint this is. Try to get to that same navigation screen you saw before, which you assume you can because your mom had this cable in here for a reason, right? So there's some way you got to be able to do this. So as you're clicking around, suddenly you notice it kind of freeze up, and you don't know if this is because of your shitty laptop, but you notice in the bottom right corner, it says you connect to Wi-Fi, and you go and you click around that, but it doesn't seem to do anything.
Does it say what the name of the Wi-Fi host is?
You hover over the little Wi-Fi symbol and it says you're connected to Tower Enterprises intranet.
Oh,
and I assume you try to frantically like disconnect and stuff like that, but none of that works. As you're sitting there, it seems like your laptop's entirely frozen up. And then a bunch of windows just pop up on your screen, like all over the place, filling the whole thing up. You see all these little command prompts open. You see the browser open and a bunch of stuff get in.
The first thing I do is I yank the Ethernet cord immediately.
Okay. You yank the Ethernet cord out. It just keeps going. Stuff is just filling up the screen. You can't really control it. You can't see what's happening.
I slam the power button. I'm trying to hard boot it, shut it down.
You hold down that power button and it does go off. It goes, ooh. Give me a read a sit roll.
Was there anything that I saw pop up that like
It sounded like you were frantically trying to kill it, so probably not.
Yeah, but I was still looking at the screen, Stu. And before it shuts down, you know, like the screen will freeze for a moment and then go black.
Myriad is such a roll.
What's on that last screen? Just tell me. I've rolled like 16 times.
I'll tell you, but you also have to roll.
All right, here we go. All right, that is a 9.
Ask me one question.
I think I just got to go with what should I be on the lookout for.
Rip out that Ethernet cable. You hold down the power button. The last thing you see on the screen is you realize it looks like really all these windows that are popping up were just trying to distract you. It's mostly just like random digits and coordinates and things like that. You don't think it's anything useful. You don't think it's anything from this machine or anything like that. But what you should be on the lookout for is you notice that the terminal near the transfer lights up like it did when you went over there and were typing around on it. You can see that it is active now, glowing across the room from you.
I run up to it. What do I see?
You hear some shuffling of feet behind you as everyone kind of reacts to you suddenly sprinting towards there. But they're certainly weren't ready to react to this. So you got a lot of time up there before they catch up to you. And you look at the screen and it says initiating emergency open sequence.
Oh, fuck.
And there is a timer on it. You kind of click through some screens and you see there are a bunch of attempts at this terminal to stop whoever did this from doing it. Like there was like, hey, this is dangerous. Don't do this. Insert or input original like hardware key to be able to override this action. Like there were tons of steps that had to get through to be able to let this do this. But it seemed like it got all the way through. Bad news is this door is opening. The good news is there's a significant safety timer on it that is counting down very slowly, 1 second at a time. But it says in 21 days, this door is going to be open. Well, 20 days and 23 hours and 59 minutes and 32 seconds. You look up and around the outside of the giant door, all of these red lights start flashing and spinning around and all of the screens change to show this evacuation that needs to occur. And there's like evacuation plan, 21 days, have to get out of here. All these red arrows that show their way through these tunnels that may or may not exist anymore, and all these doors that certainly don't, and activating these protocols that are probably all broken. And the Boxcar Children run up to you at this point, and they look kind of aghast at all of these red lights. And Hot Josh turns to you and goes, "What the fuck did you just do?" So much for listening to this week's episode of Oops, All Apocalypses. If you have any questions or comments or ideas for BuzzFeed Presents Apocalypse, go ahead and shoot them over to oops@stu.cool. That's OOPS at STU.COOL. If we use it, we'll give you a shout out if you tell us we're allowed to use your name. The music and editing was performed by Stu Masterson. Brady McDonough made the logo and art, and Jacob is used by meteorologists to determine the duration of winter by looking at the presence of his shadow when he crawls out of his hole. Love you, bye.
Yeah, I think Simba would be too much like bro energy in the apocalypse.